But thanks to the good foot for again taking us out of a Thursday morning and depositing us safely into a Thursday afternoon, although just a Thursday afternoon. This is KALX Berkeley 90.7 FM, and it just being a Thursday afternoon, that means it is time for the program Arts in Review, here with you up until 12:30. My name is Gregory Sharpen. I'm going to be your host for the next half hour. And we have with us in the studio today two of the people who are behind the newest production by Crowded Fire Theatre called Exit Pursued by a Bear, which is going to be performing over at the Boxcar Playhouse. Crowded Fire is sort of jumping around this season. We're going to be over at Boxcar Playhouse, 505 Natoma Street in San Francisco through September 17th. You can go to crowdedfire.org.
Yes.
.org.
We are organized.
Yes. .org to find out more information about that. We have with us today the playwright Lauren Gunderson and one of the actors Reggie White. I'd like to thank the both of you very much for coming and talking with us today.
Thanks for having us here.
Thank you so much.
I think people who are in the know would probably be forgiven for thinking this was one of those numerous Shakespearean adaptations, which it is not. For people who don't know what we're talking about, Exit Pursued by a Bear is one of the strangest stage directions in the history of all theater.
Absolutely. Yes.
So I'm wondering if we could maybe just kind of explicate a little bit about what the stage direction is and how it ties into this play.
Sure. It's one of those ridiculously famous stage directions, Exit Pursued by a Bear, from Shakespeare's play The Winter's Tale, which is one of the final plays that he wrote, one of the last 3 or 4 or so. And it's a very odd play that the first half of it is this grueling, mean drama about a jealous king who hurts everyone around him. And then the last part is romantic comedy. Then everything kind of ends happily.
And the dividing point is this stage direction.
Is that stage direction where a gentleman is chased off the stage by a bear. So I thought that was kind of an amazing conglomeration of the terrifying and the hilarious. And so I thought, well, that's a good place to start writing a play, as you do. And part of that is, for me, the terrifying part is this is a play that at first reads very much like a drama. It's about a woman who is struggling and triumphing over an abusive relationship in the North Georgia mountains. So you can imagine that being, pretty serious. Lifetime movie material in like a cry a minute kind of way with like bad music as the husband comes to the door. Right. So, but because, it's actually a very important issue and a very, very kind of sad and intimidating issue that has a lot of really sorrowful statistics associated with it, I was like, well, let's make this funny. Because what better way to kind of take back the space for our hero, Nan, and really kind of advance the issues around this play to a happy ending. So really her story, so that's the drama side of things. And then the hilarious side of things is their plan. Nan and her friends, one of which is played by the amazing Reggie White right here. They have this...
With pom-poms.
With pom-poms. They have an insane plan to tape Nan's husband, Kyle, to a lazy boy recliner. They duct tape him to a recliner, surround him with venison and honey bear jars, and are basically going to reenact the moments of his abuse towards Nan throughout their life and marriage together until he changes his mind, and then they're going to open the door and let the North Georgia black bear community into their house so that he will be eaten. So that's their big world-changing plan. Of course, drama and silliness and madness ensues, which is why
it never goes the way they want it.
It never goes the way, which is why you come see the play and see what happens.
Exactly.
I will say, on the note of making things which are actually fairly tragic, humorous, the way that the play illustrates how women can kind of be drawn back into these kinds of relationships, I've never seen it done in quite this way, and it actually is farcical the way it's presented, and it is, you're thinking, oh my god, but that's funny, but oh my god.
Yeah. That's definitely where we're aiming, because something about it, as I was telling Reggie earlier, this is kind of a version of an activist comedy, a revenge comedy because, you're taking something very serious, something that doesn't often end well, and to get people close to it, if you did the drama version of this, it'd be too much.
Yeah.
I mean, and I've seen plays that do this, and it's too much to even get close to, and thus you can't really understand. But in comedy, where you're all welcome in and you lean forward because of the laughter, and you can't help yourself but to enjoy these people, you learn a lot more and get a lot closer to the heart of these issues, and you have a hell of a lot of fun while you're doing it.
Yes. Hell yes.
Hell yes.
And the other thing is that it's not really. I mean, I guess it depends on. I guess maybe my bar for what a dark comedy is possibly different from other people's bar of a dark comedy. But it's not really a dark comedy.
No.
It's actually a fairly frothy comedy.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, and that's me, again, playing on Shakespeare, because you're taking something very dark, like he was doing The Winter's Tale, and something very light, like he was doing The Winter's Tale. You kind of smash them together. And then at the end of Shakespeare comedies, it always ends with a marriage and a song and music. And you'll have to come and see the play to figure out how that comes to be in our world.
I hadn't actually considered that part before, but yes,
That's
you're right.
the secret literary,
secret.
the secret code of this play, which I do hope from the beginning that the Shakespeare nerds out there who know anything about The Winter's Tale or who have any sense of Shakespeare history will come and have their own little giggle fest on that level. But you don't need to know anything of that to come in and have a good time.
Have a good time.
Yeah.